Welcome back to our channel where we have been teaching you how to grow your own vegetables in your own home using an easy hydroponic system. So why do we make these videos? Well, we're making them to encourage you to eat more green leafy vegetables and nutrient-rich foods so that you can stay healthy during these times. But also we wanted to make the videos to entertain you during these difficult times, and we hope that you enjoy the content. And in this video, Dr. Riz will show you how to thin your seedlings, also known as paring, and then transplant them into their new reservoir.
So I've prepared my tubs and the nutrient solution, and I've got the aerators going. I've got the nutrient solution at the right level, and I've also got the pH at the right level. So now it's time to prepare the seedlings. And if you recall, we had planted seeds into the rock wool here. About 3 seeds in each rock wool, with the idea that when the seedlings grow, then we're going to pick the best one to continue with the growth. Well, I'm actually going to go ahead and do the peppers, because I've got serrano peppers, jalapeno peppers, cubanelle peppers, and banana peppers, and I'm going to plant these 4 in one tub, which I have optimized the nutrient solution for that, where the nutrient solution needs to be around 2100 TDS. pH needs to be around 6 to 6.5, preferably closer to 6. And I'm going to grow all the peppers in one tub on each corner of the tub. And also I've got my little things to label each one, so I'm going to write on here which peppers they are. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and take them out. This is the serrano pepper. So here's the serrano pepper, and I actually have 3 stalks growing here, so all 3 seeds worked. They're all nice and firm. I have no idea which is the best one to choose, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut these 2 right here, and there you go. I'm left with a single stalk, and I'm going to put this in the bottom of the cup. The next thing I'm going to do is get some of the clay pebbles and cover it up in order to create a seal, so that it might provide support for the stalk as well, but it'll also keep light out, because you don't want light getting to the roots. So you might notice that this is not a really tight fit. The rock wool is loose in here, and that's because these are 1-inch rock wool cubes, and this is a 1.5-inch cup. I don't think it really matters too much as long as you can get good support. These are the clay pebbles. They're very light. I will just work them a little bit to provide some support and also to block out the light, like I said. I didn't do this very well the first time around. I didn't know what the purpose of the clay pebbles was, and I did get some mold growth because the light was hitting the rock wool. So if you look here now, you can see that I've got everything covered, and that's going to be ready to put in the water. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the other 3 peppers, and then I'll come back and show you how I put them in the water.
Not all the seeds are guaranteed to germinate, which is why we planted 3 seeds per rock wool. Germination rates can vary anywhere from 70 to 90%. Once the seedlings have grown to true leaves, growers have to make the tough decision of thinning out the seedlings to prevent overcrowding and competition for nutrients, water, light, and air. So how do you decide which seedlings to keep? Well, you want to look for the healthiest and strongest seedling that stands a better chance. Only the strongest seedling is kept. And remember that those seedlings that you do remove, you can eat, because they're basically microgreens. Okay, so you can see here now I have my 4 peppers, and so now it's time to just simply place them in the water. So I've got 3 Paris Island romaine plants that that I've started here. I want to plant all 3 because that was one of my, on the first round that, when I was learning, the Paris Island romaine turned out to be one of my favorite lettuce leaves. They were a nice size, and they were crunchy and tasty. So they lent a lot of texture and flavor to my sandwiches and wherever else we used them. So I'm planting 3 so that I can rotate harvesting from each plant, so that I can continue to have some on a regular basis. We were harvesting it for well over 2 months before we were done using it. which is a lot better than just taking one plant and using it for a week. So let me go ahead and get these plants out of here, or these seedlings out. And now, again, the part I dislike is that I'm going to have to trim this down to only a single seedling and try to decide which one's the best one. Now, I've learned a term called leggy, L-E-G-G-Y, which means that they're a little bit long and stringy, like they've been reaching for the sun. This one here seems to have a little bit more body and is shorter, so I'm going to keep that one. Okay, so I'm left with one here. These are actually microgreens, I guess. We could eat those. And these are going to go in the 1-inch cups because I'm using the other system, the original system I had. So they fit in nice and tight. So for the next one, this looks to be the best one to me. Cut the other two off. And then these are all real saggy and leggy, so I have no idea which one to use. But I think I'll go with this one, with the shortest. So I forgot to tell you that this is day 11 of the seedlings. So I could have probably planted these a little earlier. You can see on this one it's actually starting to get, it's gone beyond the original 2 leaves and already started to grow its subsequent leaves, or second pair of leaves. Okay, so I have my romaine seedlings ready to go, and I'm going to transfer them over to the hydroponic water system, which already has the balanced pH at 6.0 or 6.2 and a TDS or nutrient level of about 1500. They'll be on autopilot for a little while, hopefully, and we'll update you from time to time. I'm going to do the same thing for all the rest of this lettuce and put them in their pots and then move them over, but it's entirely the same for all of them. So the first one here is a serrano pepper. This is the cubanelle. Here is the banana pepper, the jalapeno pepper. We're done planting our peppers. They're kind of on autopilot now. I'm going to put this on a 17 hours on, 7 hours off cycle. So every night it shuts off at midnight with a timer and then turns on at 7 a.m. As you saw, I've got my Paris Island romaine rock wool put into the cups. I've put some clay pebbles around them to support them and to hide the light. And now all I need to do is drop them in my water. Let's see. And that's it. So now we will just kind of check on them daily and hope and pray that they grow nicely. Take care.
Alright, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, because next time Dr. Riz will show you how to set up your deep water culture reservoir and your LED lights if you have not already done so. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe.
Hit that notification button.